This episode of Heavy Cardboard is brought to you by BoardGameTables.com. While none of us needs a gaming table, it sure would be great to have one as the centerpiece of your game days. Go check them out at BoardGameTables.com and take your gaming to the next level. Now, on to the show.
Heavy Cardboard, Episode 0, Edward Goes to Essen. Coming to you from Grand Central Station, welcome to Heavy Cardboard, where we talk medium and heavy strategy board games, war games, 18xx, and other related topics in the board gaming hobby. We're your hosts. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Edward. I have my passport.
Yay!
Finally. That was a big deal on Monday. Finally got my passport.
Yes.
So, hey, it's official. There's nothing between me and Essen but a plane ride.
Right. We all breathed a sigh of relief whenever he picked that up. That's for sure. All right. So what's been going on? Other than that.
Oh, the basement. I really hate our cement floor. It's not level, so mad drama with that. But we'll work around it. We'll manage. I'm stressed about it, but I'm not stressed about it,
right.
If that makes any sense. Really just that. Obviously, a ton of Essen prep. We went to the Mumford & Sons concert last week, which was fantastic.
Yes.
That's a second or third time.
I can't remember.
Yeah, we were there for their live album at Red Rocks. This one was at Fiddler's Green. And yeah, it was an amazing show. It was really, really cool.
And I think we pretty much decided that they're just about the only band we are willing to go out into the people.
Yeah,
for.
It was very
people-y.
It was. And let's face it. I mean, I hate people outside of listeners of our show.
Exactly.
And our friends. But outside of that, I'm really getting to the point to where it's just not worth the hassle. I think.
Really, really not. There's just so many people, the crowd, the pot smell.
Well, we are in Colorado.
I understand we're in Colorado, but it's still disgusting.
Whatever.
Yeah.
That doesn't bug me, but in the end, get off our lawn, I guess.
Yeah. So I've been very much into bullet journaling lately, which has helped me remember things that I need to do, because the biggest lie you tell yourself is that, oh, I'll remember that. No, you won't.
I've said all along that my world is dictated by lists. I cannot function without lists. So you're welcome to my world.
Yeah, thank you. And so I'm trying that out and really enjoying it so far. And actually am considering starting a blog up to see if there's any interest in that. Just different things about me that are non-board gaming related.
Even if they're not interested, do it for you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
just something else to do and see. Yeah, like I don't have enough going on.
Right, seriously.
But whatever. So I've also been into a lot of personal development lately, like listening to different audiobooks and to try and improve myself, just try to be a better person for me and you and our listeners and the world.
There's just no downside to that, so
Nope.
Good on you. We haven't given an update on Weight Watchers in a while. I am down to almost 213 even. I'm at 213 and a half pounds. So I'm actually back on the horse, so to speak, as far as actually losing weight. So I thought I'd plateaued. I think I just got a little lazy with it. And yeah, I'm down another belt size, and I'm down another pant size. So I'm down to 36s for the first time, well, since Christ was a corporal, so to speak. It's it's pretty cool. It's not all about weight. It's just how I feel as well. And I'm happy with it. Yeah. So how about you?
I'm down 23 something. I can't remember exactly. But Dana and I have been working out every single morning for the weekdays for the past 3 weeks.
So yeah, you're getting up at 5 a.m. and you guys are going and working out, boom, right away.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we don't let ourselves sit or anything. We get up and we immediately start working out. So 3 days a week is circuit training, and 2 days a week is running and jogging.
So what do you think about that? Because this is the first time you've ever exercised.
It really is, and it's really fun. Like, I really like it. I was shocked But I go to bed looking forward to my workout the next day, and I have a goal that I set for, like I'm up to 8 burpees and I am up to 12 chair dips, and I want to, every time that we do those, I want to increase it by 1. And I've been able to do it so far, so why can't I continue?
Awesome. Keep it up. Oh, well, I guess there's the whole, Essen is next week thing
Yeah, a
too,
little bit.
right?
Yeah, Yeah,
I can't wait.
Well, I'm excited for you, but I'm sad for me because I will be sad panda.
We want to take a moment and say thank you to Tommy and Lee over at Meeple Realty. The high quality inserts that they've become known for are truly fantastic. Whether it's the amazing Arkwright insert or the very intricate and gorgeous one for Tricarian, every one that they create shows their attention to detail. We strongly recommend checking them out over at meeplerealty.com and mention Heavy Cardboard when you do. And for all those folks who don't know how to get in contact with us, Amanda?
Our website is heavycardboard.com. Our email address is contact@heavycardboard.com. We love hearing from you guys, so please don't be shy. Our Twitter handle is @heavycardboard. Our Facebook page is Heavy Cardboard. Our YouTube channel is Heavy Cardboard Vids, VIDS. Our Instagram is Heavy Cardboard. Our Patreon is patreon.com/heavycardboard. And our BGG guild number is 2044. So we've gotten a couple new iTunes reviews, right?
Yeah, we've actually gotten 3, 2 of which I like. The first one, Last Gypsy 1986 and Silver Mouse from here in the States. Thanks a bunch to both of y'all. And I promise D123 Shaw from up in the Great White North, we'll work on being more than okay in the future,
yes,
I promise.
We promise. Pinky swear. Let's give some shout outs to our Patreon backers.
All right, so this time we have Gary Francic, Scott Gottrew, Trent, Kevin Smith, Michael McCarty, Derek Davis, Gerard Craig, C. Scott Kippen, Nicholas Coe, and Julio. Thanks a ton for the support, y'all.
Thank y'all so much.
All right, as far as the contest goes,
let's extend that. So, the amount of voicemails we got was quite a bit higher than expected.
Yeah, quite a bit. Yeah. I think we're over 30 of them, just voicemails, plus I'd say over 100 emails that we've gotten.
Yeah, it's insane. So, I need some time to, listen to them and edit them and stuff like that for the show. So, we're going to go ahead and extend that But hey, at least 1846 should be here by then, so no waiting on the game. Or if you choose Arkwright, we already have that too.
Right, so hey, win-win, right? Yeah, we'll go with that.
If you haven't entered, you get a reprieve, and you best do so by October 16th. Either email in your top 3 most anticipated Essen releases, or call us at
720-675-8975. Again, 720-675-8975. And leave us a voicemail. 1 entry for email, 3 for voicemail, and remember, we may use it on the show. Best of luck, y'all.
What about the games we've acquired?
We got 4 since last episode. The first one, Guilds of London. Haven't gotten around to playing it yet. I've read and heard some less than stellar things about the rulebook, but we will see. Haven't played it ourselves, so we'll check that out. The Flow of History, we got a pre-production copy, which is the kind of abstracted card game, Civ game that I'm looking forward to. And then a couple of games I bought used in a BGG auction, Il Vecchio. It's well thought of euro. Thought, okay, maybe it's just a rental, but that's fine. Sure. And from the same designers as Terraforming Mars, the Firaxis Brothers, there's Fleets, the Pleiad Conflict. I got it for like $10, so I was like, I'll take a chance on it. I've read mixed things, but I'll give it a go.
Absolutely.
Check it out.
Yeah.
That's it as far as acquired. And as far as hunting, anticipating, seriously, all the games next week. We'll be honest with that. As far as looking forward to play, though, the new Venos 2016 version, as opposed to the original that comes in the new box as well, More on that in a little bit. I'm looking forward to trying that. Princes of the Renaissance, Scythe, Guilds of London, and The Flow of History. How about you?
Well, you know all of the games from Essen, obviously. We have a 1822 game scheduled for Sunday.
Oh, that's right. I totally spaced on that.
Yeah, so
I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, me too. That should be fun. And the Flow of History, because obviously it's a Civ game.
And it's a tableau builder, so that's right up your alley.
Yeah, that's like all of my check boxes, so...
All right, as far as have been playing, you want to start?
Sure. So, been playing Kalis, which I really want to try and play with the Provost next time because, honestly, I have to be in the right mindset to be able to mess with people, and I haven't been the last couple of times. And I really want to explore that part of the game.
Yeah, I think it's interesting how game to game, and depending on what players are in the game, and even if it's the same players, the way the Provost is used or less so used, depending on. I find that interesting. Some games it can be a non-factor, other it's a huge factor.
Yep.
And that could just be due to inexperience on our part, but I find that fascinating, the way the game can change based on just moods of the players even.
Literally. Three Kingdoms Redux, I mean, it's always amazing, but I have played Way both times recently, and I'd like to play someone different.
All right. My favorite is Shu. I like the fact that they start out the weakest and get stronger as the game goes on. Although the last couple times I've played it, I've been Wu. And I don't even think you and I played together, did we?
No, we didn't.
But I enjoy pretty much every faction, all three of them, Wei, Wu, and Shu. Just an amazing game.
Oh, yeah. It's awesome.
And I love that it's hitting the table again.
Yes, it's really, really good. Forged in Steel. That's the best game I played that was released in 2016 so far.
Yeah, I definitely will say it's easily the best surprise of the year thus far. Everyone who's played it has really enjoyed it a lot.
It's really good.
I think I've played it 5 times now, and I'm looking forward to more plays. City building in Pueblo, Colorado in the last of the 19th and earliest 20th century. A fair bit of take that via the card-driven mechanic, where you can use the cards either for command points or a municipal muscle, it's called in here, but it's command points. Just like a lot of CDG war games or like the coin games, etc. Or you can use them for the event. The game moves well, and it's really quite thematic. Speaking of thematic, our friend Dan has written a really good article on theme in games and how it can immerse folks or not, as it were. Inspired in part by our play of Forged in Steel. We'll link to it in the show notes, and I definitely recommend giving it a read.
Awesome. Terraforming Mars. We played the epic game of this, and I will never play it any other way. It was that much better because in the epic game, you start at 0 on everything, and you have to build your engine.
Yeah, it's we continue to enjoy the game for sure. It's not bringing much by way of innovation, but it's enjoyable to play. Yeah. It moves quick, and like you said, the epic game, but also we're playing with the drafting variant, which in my opinion is not a variant.
No.
That's just the way the game should be played.
Yes,
it balances out as far as the card draws go, and it just makes it a better game across the board. Component quality isn't what I would have expected or wanted, to be honest, but more on that when we give a full review. And even so, we're definitely enjoying our plays, right?
For sure. Then, as Edward mentioned, I think a little earlier, we played Vinos. So we played the old version.
The original What's Your Game version from 2010.
And then a couple hours later, we played the version of the same, not the updated one, but the same game that came in the deluxe edition.
Correct. So for those that don't know, the new Vinos, the one that was kickstarted by Eagle Griffin, that has 2 versions of the game in it. It has a very slightly modified 2010 version of the game on one side of the board, and then there's a completely revised, completely different game of Vinos on the other side, which is supposed to, I know it removes the bank and some other stuff. We haven't played that version of it. Just the 2 quote unquote old versions of Vino. So what'd you think of it?
I really enjoyed my plays. The first time that I played Vinos, it was a long time ago, and I literally had no idea what was going on, and I was very uncomfortable and did not like it. However,
it is one of the hardest games that we've played still, as far as just, wow, there's a lot of balls in the air.
Yes. But I've grown so much as a gamer that I very much enjoyed my plays on Saturday. Obviously the graphic design on the new vintage version is a lot better than the other one, the Watch Your Game version. But
it's also 6 years newer.
Exactly.
So there's that.
Right. But it's just, I really, really enjoyed the game, and that really surprised me because I remember just being miserable the whole time playing that game before.
For those that heard our interview, Tony's and my interview with Vital Lacerda, I was really hesitant about picking up a copy of this because of the fact that I didn't think the game needed to be tweaked.
Right.
But he talked me down and said that, hey, the modifications to the original game are really, really small. And I'll be honest, even then I still have my doubts. But having played it now, I feel confident saying that they're nominal changes for the original version. So if you don't have any version of the game and you don't mind the price difference, then there's no reason not to get the new version of the game. That said, we have not played by the 2016 rules, which is the ones that remove the bank, that side of the board. So we'll talk more on that. We're going to compare and contrast all three versions of the game once we do have a couple of games of the revised version under our belts. Look for that hopefully in the next couple of episodes.
Hopefully.
A couple other games that you didn't play at all, I don't believe. Rochefort, 1769 to 1890. I'll be honest, I'm glad that it's hit the table a couple of times recently. I really want it to hit the table some more and get it reviewed once we've powered through all the Essen haul of the new games. Look for the Capstone game reprint in 2017, but apparently it's going to be under a different name. I guess because Rochefort is not a natural English word, which I get that. I understand.
It has 3 Fs.
It does. What word has 3 Fs in a row, right?
Rochefort.
Yeah, fair. Also, Metropolis or Metropolis, one of my favorite bidding games. Board's ugly as sin, but it's such a simple yet fantastic game. Really, really good, and recommend folks check that out. I've noticed a lot of older games have been hitting the table lately, which I guess makes sense this time of year. But now, once Essen comes, that pretty much ends for a while.
Yes.
All the older games kind of get pushed aside until
to the new.
Yep, it 'tis the season, right? Right about now, you'd expect to hear us thanking Game Surplus for their awesome support of the show from nearly the beginning. Well, we certainly want to do that, but we also wanted to mention that there are some really exciting things afoot with Game Surplus that are going to be rolled out in the coming weeks and months. First of which, though, starts the moment y'all hear this. From now through October 16th, to coincide with my Essen trip, the great folks over at GameSurplus.com are offering 100% free shipping on any and all orders with no minimum purchase. Yep, you heard that. You pay zero monies for shipping through October 16th. Now, while I know that we have a plethora of international listeners, I'm sure y'all can understand that this offer is only for the contiguous 48 states here in the United States. That said, here's everything that you need to do. Enter the code SNFever in the comments section during checkout. That's it. It's as simple as that. The website's going to be overhauled soon, but in the meantime, the adjustment's going to have to be done manually at Game Surplus HQ, but rest assured, you're either not going to be charged for shipping, or if you pay via PayPal, you'll be reimbursed 100% for shipping. This is the first of some really exciting goings-ons over at GameSurplus.com. Be sure to keep an ear and eye out. And remember to mention heavy cardboard when you take advantage of this amazing offer.
Now, just to make sure that everybody's aware, it's Essen Fever. Does it have to be one word or can it be two?
It can be two. Essen, E-S-S-E-N, Fever, F-E-V-E-R. Put that in the comments section and you're all set. And, throw in a plug for heavy cardboard.
Yes, please. with this being episode 0 of who knows how many episodes are going to be about Essen, I thought that I would sit down with Edward and go over a few things that people might have questions about, that I know I have questions about. And so he has not seen these, and we're just going to go over them. Are you nervous about the flight and having to change planes and everything?
Nope, not even a little bit, because my flight over to Essen is a red eye. So I fully expect, since we only live about 12 minutes from the airport, before we leave, I'm going to have a glass or two of wine, red wine. And about the time I'm sitting on the plane, going to pop a muscle relaxer. Night, night.
Is there anything specific that you're looking forward to eating while in Germany?
Man, let's see. I suppose I should say now that Weight Watchers is on hiatus for about 5 days while I'm over there.
It doesn't travel internationally.
You're right. Although I know we have plenty of listeners overseas that are doing Weight Watchers, and keep it up. But for this, there schnitzel I'm looking forward to. I want to try a pretzel. I don't drink beer, so forgive me now. Okay, I know that's sacrilege going to Germany during Oktoberfest. I know. That said,
it is, and there's actually a question later about that.
Anyway, schnitzel. And pretzels. Those are really honestly the two main things. I'm sure there's going to be a ton of other things that, because I had no prep for this, that I can't think of. But yeah, I'm almost as excited about the food as I am anything else.
What times and days are you going to be at the What's Your Game booth?
All right, so the What's Your Game booth is going to be my home base, my home base of operations during the entire fair. The booth is 3-M100, and every day I'll be there at the following times. Thursday from 1 to 2 p.m., Friday from 2 to 3 p.m., Saturday 2 to 3 p.m., Sunday 1 to 2 p.m. Now, there's a good chance that since it's going to be my home base, that I'm going to be there other times and I'm going to be there more often. But those are the times that I know for sure that I'm going to be at the booth. So if you come by then, or you just see me wandering the halls, stop and say hi. I cannot stress that enough. Honestly, that's going to be one of the biggest highlights of my trip, is meeting y'all. So please, don't be shy. Be like, hey, Edward, heavy cardboard. Yeah. I'll be like, hey, what's up? If I don't recognize you from Twitter, Facebook, or whatever, just tell me your name. And yeah, I'm just the dude in front of the microphone, all right?
Since you're only going to be there for certain times and they're very tight windows, it sure does seem like you have a lot of other stuff going on. So I know that a lot of those are interviews. So how many of them do you have lined up?
I lost count, I'll be honest, but yeah, let me go through them real quick. Here we go. Scheduled confirmed interviews. John Bohr, Win Some Games. Tony Boydell, Snowdonian Guilds of London. Richard Breeze, Mr. Key Series. Phil Eklund, enough said there. Asger Grinnerud, one of the designers of 13 Days. Alex Humer, designer of Lignum. Vital Lacerda, y'all know that. Jesse Lee, the designer of Ponzi Scheme as well as the new Flow of History. Andreas Odendahl, which is Solarius Mission that's coming out from Spielworks as well as Lagrange. Lonnie Orgler, half of O&O Games for you 18XX fans, you know 1880 China, among others. Daniel Peterson, who's the other designer of 13 Days. Alexander Pfister, Mombasa, Great Western Trail, etc. Stefan Riesthaus, Golden Elephant Award winner for 2014's Arkwright. Rolf Segel, half the design team for Wildcatters. Nuno Sentiero, designer of a lot of games, including the 2013 Golden Elephant Award-winning Madeira. Polo Soledad, his brother-in-law and co-designer. Andre Spiel, the other half for designers of Wildcatters. Thomas Spitzer, which this one's going to be interesting. Doesn't speak much English, but he has a translator. So that'll be a fun interview, though. But he's the designer of the Cole trilogy. Martin Wallace, some new designer, I don't know. Albin Viard, Small City, Clinic, etc., and the new tramways. And then we have a bunch of publishers. Clay from Capstone Games, Ralph from Games Up, which is a new publisher that's publishing Martin Wallace's The Arrival. Wolfram from Marflow Games, 18xx publisher. Steve from Ragnar Brothers. Uli, of course, our good friend from Spielworks. Joris and Jeroen from Splatter Spellin', obviously. Steven from Stronghold Games. And Veronica from What's Your Game. That's everyone that's confirmed. And then there are some others that I don't want to mention because we don't have confirmation yet.
Right. And a lot of these people are also going to be at the Heavy Cardboard meetup at Fitzpatrick's, right?
Yep. Friday, 8 p.m. at Fitzpatrick's. It's about a 10-minute walk from the Messe. We have confirmation that a lot of the designers and publishers that I mentioned above are going to be there just hanging out, having a drink, chilling with me and our listeners. So come, have fun, hang out, shoot the breeze. Yeah, that's it. Shoot the breeze.
Yeah.
We'll have t-shirts and pint glasses there at discounts to boot. And one thing also I want to mention about the interviews. I got to be honest, I'm excited about them all, but I am intimidated a bit, not by the people, but just by the sheer quantity of interviews that I have lined up. But it's exciting that how many of these people wanted to be interviewed.
Yes.
So that's really exciting.
Yeah,
that's
it is.
really cool. But if you have any questions that you'd like me to ask anyone in particular, email and speak up. Let me know and I'll take a look at it. If it's a good question, I'll include it in the interview. So here's your chance. If you have something from Martin Wallace, Richard Breeze, whoever, it doesn't matter. Shoot us an email.
Yeah.
contact@heavycardboard.com.
You're also going to be giving away the Golden Elephant Awards, right?
I am. Joris and Jeroen for the 2015 Golden Elephant Award-winning game Food Chain Magnate got theirs at HeavyCon this past year. However, Nuno and Paulo and Stefan have not gotten theirs for the 2013-2014 games that won it. Well, we need to remedy that.
Yes, we do.
So I'm bringing the awards with us, and I'm also going to be handing those out at the meetup at Fitzpatrick's. So if you'd like to check that out and see that and be a part of that, definitely stop by. On that note, I got to say this was one of the cooler things that happened recently. Was I was talking with Jeroen because he's bringing me stroopwafel. Which is a Dutch dessert that you and all of our friends are really big fans of.
It's amazing with coffee. Ugh.
So he was mentioning that they're going to have obviously Indonesia and the new Great Zimbabwe there at their booth, but he also mentioned that they're going to have the Golden Elephant Award there at their booth to show off to have with Food Chain Magnate, which
That's so awesome.
I gotta be honest, man, that's pretty humbling. That just feels good.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. That feels pretty cool. So if you guys stop by the Splatter booth, be sure to check that one out too.
Yeah. I know Spiel isn't a gaming-centric convention like, for example, BGG Con or HeavyCon, but you are planning on gaming some, right?
In theory, I guess. I mean, seriously, I'm obviously not going to play many games during the fair itself, although I'm hoping to get a couple of prototype plays in and maybe the occasional demo, but honestly, during the fair, probably not. And after the fair, I kind of have plans Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night for various dinners and stuff like that. So in theory, yes, I hope so. I really do,
Right.
but maybe.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy.
It's going to be nonstop go, go, go. So I'm going to sleep the day I come home and the day after I come home, I have a feeling.
Most likely. So talk about what you're planning on bringing to our audience. Like, I know you're going to bring swag to Essen, but what about the people that are at home? Are you going to, how many, pictures, audio, video? What all are you going to be doing?
Lots of that. Now, I don't know how the cell service is going to be at the Messe, where at Spiel itself. So provided that's good, I'm gonna be tweeting like a maniac, lots of different stuff. And I'm also going to, hopefully, if everything plays out right, do daily updates, mobile updates that I'll send to you. So it'll only be a day behind.
Right.
Kind of like what we did a couple years ago for BGG Con. As far as that, it's going to be a lot of Twitter, more so than Facebook, although I may be able to send home pictures and you update the Facebook page.
Yeah, for sure.
Other than that, whatever folks want, hit me up. Let me know. I want the folks that can't experience this to feel like they're a part of this.
Yeah.
And so if you guys tell me what you want to feel a part of it, in addition to obviously the interviews and such, the more you guys let us know, the better service, I guess, for lack of a better way to put it, we can do, right?
Yeah, definitely. And as I mentioned earlier, I had a question about beer. So, I know that you absolutely loathe beer. This is an established fact.
Yeah, I was never a big drinker as a kid, and so I never got the taste. Now, wine or gin? Yeah, we can hook that up. Yeah, we can do that.
However, you're going to be in Germany in October.
Yep.
Just promise me that you'll just take a sip of Hefeweizen for me. Just a sip.
Oh, I'll definitely try it.
Okay,
I mean,
good.
I know Wednesday I'm having dinner with some Vikings. I know that, so I'm sure there will be plenty of beer to try. So I will try. I'll do my best.
Try to drink it out of a stein.
Oh, obviously, come on.
I mean, duh. But I have felt like I had to say that.
I promise I'll try. Yay! The last thing that I want to mention before we wrap it up is the second annual Heavy Cardboard Secret Elephant, or our version of the Secret Santa, started up this afternoon. And by this afternoon, by the time you guys hear this, that's yesterday's afternoon. It started. You know what I mean. The sign up is in our guild over on BGG, guild number
2044.
We'll also link to it in the show notes. It's going to be a whole lot of fun this year. I'm really excited for it.
Yeah, I might even join in.
Woohoo! All right, so we're going to put a bow on this episode. I still have a ton of prep to do for Essen.
Mm-hmm.
Got a lot of interviews, as you guys heard. I got to get ready for, and I got to work on my German, honestly.
Da.
Right? So
no, that's Russian. Oops.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go. Right. All right. So we'll catch you all in a couple weeks. Well, obviously you'll hear from us, or at least from me, throughout Essen. Mm-hmm. And seriously, hit us up on email if you have questions. contact@heavycardboard.com. And other than that, I guess, safe trip to me.
Yes.
Enjoy your time home in the quiet peacefulness without this loud, obnoxious husband of yours. And let's hope I don't get sick.
Oh, Lord, yes. Because if you bring home German germs, I don't know what they do there.
We'll see y'all in a couple weeks.
Bye, everybody.